The INFJ energy that leaves people shaken. Have you ever walked into a room and noticed people shifting uncomfortably, their energy subtly changing as if they could sense something powerful but couldn't quite explain it? Have you ever had someone say, "There's just something about you," but they couldn't put their finger on what it was? If you're an INFJ, you likely know this experience all too well. INFJs carry an energy that is undeniably powerful, yet deeply mysterious. It draws people in and pushes them away in equal measure. It can make others feel exposed, vulnerable, or even unsettled, without you saying a single word. But why does this happen? And how can you navigate a world that often misunderstands the sheer depth of your presence? In this video, we're going to break down key reasons why INFJ energy leaves people shaken, and more importantly, how you can embrace your power while maintaining healthy, meaningful connections. Let's dive in. 1. The quiet confidence that makes others uneasy. INFJs don't need to be loud to be noticed. Their confidence is not built on arrogance or external validation, it's rooted in self-awareness, wisdom, and a deep understanding of people and situations. This quiet confidence can make others feel both intrigued and intimidated. Imagine walking into a room where people are vying for attention, talking over one another, trying to prove their worth. You, on the other hand, simply observe. Yet, despite your silence, people start looking to you for guidance. They sense that you know more than you're saying, and that makes them uneasy. Some may respect it, while others may feel insecure or even threatened. INFJs have strong inner convictions and don't seek approval from others. They exude an aura of self-assurance without needing to prove themselves. Many people are used to confidence being loud and boastful, so quiet confidence feels unfamiliar, and even unsettling. Own your quiet confidence, but use it with intention. If people look to you for leadership, step up when necessary, but don't feel pressured to take on more than you can handle. Lead where you feel called, but don't let others project their expectations onto you. 2. How INFJs trigger self-reflection in others. INFJs have a way of awakening self-awareness in others, whether they mean to or not. Their ability to see beneath the surface makes people rethink their actions, beliefs, and motivations. You befriend someone who has never questioned their behaviors before. They often act impulsively and avoid deep introspection. But after spending time around you, they begin to notice their own patterns, inconsistencies, and unresolved emotions. They might start asking themselves, "Why do I do this?" Or "What do I really want in life?" Some will be grateful for this growth, while others may feel exposed and resist the change. INFJs reflect back people's true selves, often without even trying. Many people aren't used to deep self-examination, and it can be uncomfortable. Being around an INFJ can force people to confront truths they've been avoiding. Not everyone is ready for self-reflection, and that's okay. Be mindful of your impact on others, some will appreciate it, while others may distance themselves. Let people grow at their own pace. Your role isn't to change them, it's simply to be yourself. 3. Why INFJs make people feel both safe and exposed. INFJs create an intense paradox for those around them. They provide deep emotional safety, yet their ability to see the unspoken truths within people can make others feel vulnerable. A coworker confides in you about their struggles, feeling a level of comfort they don't experience with others. But days later, they start avoiding you. Why? Because they revealed more than they intended and now feel exposed. They might wonder, do they see too much of me? Do they judge me? Even though INFJs are non-judgmental, the sheer depth of their presence can be overwhelming. INFJs create a safe space for honesty and vulnerability. Their presence encourages deep conversations, sometimes too deep, too fast. People can feel emotionally naked after opening up to an INFJ. Give people space to process their emotions. Not everyone is ready to be seen so deeply, so allow them to step back if they need to. Be gentle in your interactions, and reassure them that their vulnerability is safe with you. 4. How INFJs sense hidden motives and unspoken truths. INFJs possess an almost supernatural ability to detect dishonesty, hidden agendas, or suppressed emotions. This is part of their deep intuition, an inner knowing that picks up on what isn't being said just as much as what is. You meet someone who appears friendly, but something feels off. They say all the right things, but you sense a disconnect between their words and their energy. Weeks later, you find out they had ulterior motives all along. INFJs are highly attuned to subtle emotional shifts and inconsistencies. They read between the lines, not just in words, but in energy, tone, and body language. They have an intuitive radar for deception or unspoken emotions. Trust your instincts, but don't always act on them immediately. Sometimes, it's better to observe and let people reveal themselves over time. Your intuition is a gift, but knowing when to act on it is wisdom. 5. The paradox of being approachable yet distant. INFJs have an energy that draws people in, yet keeps them at arm's length. They appear warm and inviting, but there's always an invisible wall that not everyone can cross. Someone enjoys spending time with you and wants to get closer, but they sense that there's a part of you they can never quite reach. They might say, "You're easy to talk to, but I feel like I don't really know you." INFJs are deeply private, even when they seem open. They share just enough to make others feel connected, but not enough to feel exposed. They naturally protect their inner world, not everyone gets full access. Decide who is worthy of deeper access to your thoughts and emotions. Not everyone deserves entry into your inner world. Choose your inner circle carefully and protect your energy. 6. Why INFJs naturally shift the energy in any room. INFJs don't just enter a room, they change its energy. Whether they bring calm, intensity, or focus depends on the situation and the people present. You walk into a tense room, and suddenly, the tension dissipates. Or, you enter a distracted group, and everyone unconsciously starts paying attention. Your presence alone creates a shift. INFJs are emotional sponges who unconsciously balance the room's energy. Their presence alone can calm or intensify the atmosphere. People subconsciously adjust their energy in response to an INFJ's presence. Be mindful of how you influence a space. Your energy is powerful, use it intentionally. You don't always have to absorb the room's emotions. Instead, focus on stabilizing your own energy so you don't feel drained. 7. The unspoken depth in your eyes. One of the most striking things about an INFJ is their gaze. You don't just look at people, you see them. Your eyes are like deep pools, reflecting an intelligence and emotional awareness that most people aren't used to. Imagine meeting someone new. Within minutes, you already sense their pain, their fears, and the things they try to hide. Without meaning to, your gaze penetrates their emotional walls. This can make people feel vulnerable, even if they don't understand why. You don't have to dim your presence, but be aware of how intense your gaze can be. A soft smile or a small gesture of warmth can help people feel safe rather than exposed. 8. Your aura feels otherworldly. INFJs often feel like they don't fully belong in this world, and others can sense it too. There's a quiet ethereal energy about you, something that suggests you see beyond the physical realm. Have you ever had someone tell you, "You seem like an old soul," or "You give off a mystical vibe"? This is because your presence feels timeless and different from the fast-paced, surface-level world around you. Embrace this uniqueness. It's what draws kindred spirits to you. But also, ground yourself when necessary to avoid feeling detached from everyday life. 9. The way you read people instantly. You don't just listen to words, you listen to energy, tone, body language, and hidden emotions. Most people spend time wearing masks, but you see straight through them. You meet someone who's smiling and laughing, but you instantly feel their sadness. You ask, "Are you really okay?" And they break down in tears. This level of perception can be unsettling for those who aren't used to being seen so clearly. Be mindful of when and how you express your insights. Not everyone is ready to confront their own emotions, and sometimes, people need to reveal themselves in their own time. 10. Your presence forces authenticity. There's something about you that makes people drop their pretenses. Fake personas and surface-level conversations don't last long in your presence. You're at a social gathering, and someone is boasting about their success. You say nothing, But your energy alone makes them suddenly feel uncomfortable about exaggerating. While you don't need to change who you are, understand that not everyone is ready for raw authenticity. Let people reveal their truth at their own pace. 11. Your emotional intensity is overwhelming. INFJs feel everything deeply. When you're happy, your joy is radiant. When you're sad, your sorrow is profound. This emotional range can be powerful and intimidating. A friend confesses something painful, and you react with such deep empathy that they feel both comforted and exposed. They weren't expecting someone to feel as deeply as they do. Continue being emotionally present, but set boundaries so that you don't absorb too much of other people's pain. 12. Why INFJs naturally shift the energy in any room. INFJs don't just enter a space, they change its energy the moment they arrive. Whether they bring calm, intensity, or focus depends on what the environment calls for. Their presence alone can influence the mood, tone, and emotional state of an entire room, often without them even trying. This ability is both a gift and a responsibility. INFJs have an innate sensitivity to energy, they pick up on emotional undercurrents, unspoken tensions, and the general atmosphere of a room before most people even notice them. This subconscious awareness allows them to adjust their own presence in a way that influences others. Here's why this happens: INFJs absorb emotions like sponges but don't release them in chaotic ways. Instead, their energy stabilizes a room, often making people feel more at ease. They instinctively match or balance the emotional frequencies of those around them, making them catalysts for change in social settings. Even when they're quiet, INFJs exude a sense of depth and self-possession that demands attention. This naturally shifts how people behave in their presence. INFJs may not seek leadership, but their energy commands respect. In moments of confusion, distraction, or unease, people often gravitate toward them for guidance. 13. How INFJs can harness their presence without overwhelming others. Your energy is intense, and learning to regulate it will help you maintain meaningful connections without making others feel overwhelmed. INFJs can accidentally overpower people with their depth and intensity. Not everyone is ready for deep emotional connection at all times. Balancing lightness with depth makes it easier to navigate social interactions. Balance intensity with playfulness. You don't always have to be deep or serious. Sometimes, a little humor and light energy can make your presence more approachable. Learn when to go deep and when to keep things light. INFJs, your energy is powerful, rare, and deeply needed in this world. While it might leave people shaken, it also has the potential to awaken, heal, and inspire. The key is to balance your intensity with self-awareness, so that instead of overwhelming others, you become a beacon of wisdom and depth that people feel drawn to rather than afraid of. INFJs, have you ever noticed how people react differently around you? Share your experiences in the comments below. Subscribe for more deep dives into the INFJ mind, INFJ relationships, and INFJ psychology. Until next time, stay true to your INFJ essence.